You are the man now, dog. 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 You are the man now, dog.
Don't you feel like if you're wearing these sunglasses, everything is answered in the affirmative? You can't say no, you don't know something. These are all knowing glasses.
Yeah, absolutely.
These are like the dad in like your childhood friend group, the one dad who has military service background.
Yeah, I agree.
And so like no matter what he knows, he's always talking about cardinal directions.
And nobody even really is asking him anything, but we all just know when it's time, that's where the questions go.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes, exactly.
He almost seems kind of lonely.
Yeah.
He's in the corner. He's maybe looking at the grill or whatever.
He sits atop the mountain alone.
You know what I don't like? Being talked about and being talked
We're not
at.
saying
Well,
you.
hop in,
No, we're
hop
talking
in.
about the dad.
I
We're
want
talking
to
about
be
the dad.
talked to.
We're
Hop
talking about
in.
the dad character. We're not talking about you yourself.
And I
Joey.
just let me finish.
You don't seem all knowing.
Let me finish.
You don't seem all knowing.
Yeah, because
We're talking
I
about
am.
the dad
Mike, do you know
character.
what Joey is doing right now? Is he's totally feeling left out.
Wow. And then it's coming out with high hostility.
Right. And I need
You're
to talk to
talking
Joey.
about me and at me right now.
That is what he's doing.
I
and I need to be
apologize.
talked with that.
You're totally right.
That is what he's
Mike, I
doing.
got to go back to Joey.
All
I'm
right.
sorry.
You understand? I'm in this room.
Yeah.
And
I'm
you
holding-
exist. You exist.
Am I not holding a tube just like the rest of you?
A microphone.
Yes.
Yeah, you're holding
Yeah.
the tube.
Yes. So aren't
Or a
I
tube,
not?
sorry.
Aren't I not?
A tube.
You are. I
Yeah.
think we're intimidated because when I look at you,
Don't be.
I'm staring straight
No,
back
exactly.
at myself.
But he
because
does
it's
look like someone
mirrors.
who's going to grab your bare leg.
It did hurt.
Yeah.
Ow! Folks, welcome back to the ManDog Pod crossover episode with You Know What I Would Do? My name is Ryan Rosenberg, and I'm here with the other two hosts with the most. What are your names?
Mike Castle.
And I'm Joey Greer.
And we're having fun. We're in my living room. We're sitting sort of in a new configuration in my living room. And
But you
Joey,
did say you think you're going to keep it.
I think I'm going to keep it because there's 6 to 8 good inches to get through over here, so
Yeah.
that's enough.
It's nice to have something to squeeze by.
It
Yes.
is.
Yeah.
But I will say the chair's normally over here.
Yeah.
I like the closeness
Yeah.
here. It's
No,
intimate.
it's nice. Imagine a game night here, like you're watching basketball
Oh
or something.
yeah.
Oh,
I'm thinking charades. I'm thinking get a board game, put it
Yeah,
on the
no.
ground. Let's all just pace around it.
I
Yeah,
like that.
and like it's relative to the door too. You're talking charades. The person has to enter from there. That's a nice
Yeah,
stage.
some
to
kind
walk
of thematic
out onto.
music.
There is kind of a
Yeah.
vibe there of you could do something in the back and appear, reveal
Yeah.
yourself.
You
Or
get
if
a-
a child lived here, then they would have to come out and apologize to everyone. You know, and you feel that they got to walk down the hallway. Feels really long to them.
They just came out
and
of
we're all
timeout.
waiting. Yes,
Yes.
and they're saying they're sorry, and
Yeah.
then
Which is in a lot of ways their work.
Right.
So they just clocked in. That's their 9 to 5.
yeah.
Timeout.
Yeah. So now they're off the clock and they want to relax. And
I
it's like,
remember one time getting put on timeout.
Yeah.
And I don't know what was going on in the house. I think there was like a move going on or something was happening and I was being bad or something like that. So my dad sent me to my room. And the first thing and then he walked by again after I was on timeout in my room. And I look at him and I go, didn't say I couldn't read.
You showed him.
yeah, so
He
you're
did.
doing work. You're
Yeah.
like studying.
He's like, finally, I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
I didn't know you could.
Yeah,
I bet
it's like it's working. That's what we want.
I bet
Yeah.
your dad was pissed. He was like, fuck.
Yeah.
I think I did sort of
broke
beat
the
him.
code,
Yeah.
son of a
Yeah,
bitch.
yeah,
I
yeah.
wanted misery. In
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
There's that cliche bit of like getting sent to your room as a child. You're like, you just sent me to paradise. All my toys are here, etc.
Yeah.
My room was not like that. My room had no furniture, nothing inside. It was actually just like coal and chalk. So like when you walked
That's
in there,
just not true.
Based on the way
I
you
just
look,
know that's not
it
true.
seems like you would just have a big exercise rope from the ceiling that you climb, and that's sort of it.
yeah, but from where does it lead to the bottom, right? That's my point. You know what I'm saying?
Chalk, yeah.
Exactly. A whole bunch of chalk and coal. So like
Yeah.
when you got down
Hot
to the,
coal?
No, I think your room had everything a child could ever desire. I think,
Everything?
I think your childhood room was the entire home of blank
oh,
check.
that's interesting. You think
Didn't
my
you say you had a nacho bar next to your bed?
yeah, it was like inside. It was like in one of the pillows. But yeah.
Oh,
So every time you
small.
lay-
for safety. For
So
safety.
small.
Yeah. Every time you laid your head
Yeah,
down,
that's
a little
not that
cheese
bad.
would squirt out onto a chip and it'd get put into your mouth.
Yeah, I don't
And the
like
cheese
that.
is hot.
Never mind.
She's just hot as fuck, man.
Yeah.
She's just
See,
hot as
you
Yeah,
fuck.
so
can't
that is
let-
scary. That is scary.
You can't give a kid everything they want.
No, no.
Because then you're going to end up with a nacho bar pillow.
Yeah.
And it's like, what?
It's wild. It's just too much.
What?
Yeah.
It's too much. But in
Yeah.
all seriousness, I did grow up.
You know
with
what
like,
I would do? I would give
Really
my kid
nice
a
crossover.
regular nacho bar in his room. And then
It's a regular nacho
I would
bar.
eat from it.
Is a nacho?
Yeah, what do you mean regular?
What's a regular?
Like not
Like you
pillow
go to
size.
Sizzler and they have the salad
Right.
bar,
Yep.
huge, cumbersome, too big for a
It
child.
is too big to pick up.
Plus you got all
Way
that
too big to
salad in
pick
it.
up. Yeah.
You don't want all the salad.
No, so then you go over to the other side where there's the turkey meatballs and the nacho fixins and all
Yeah.
that stuff.
Yeah.
You eat horrible nachos.
Yes. I mean, I feel like anything that's squirted out of a metal tube is never going to be good for you.
Yeah.
And when it's cheese, hot cheese,
Yeah.
you know it ain't good for you. And let me tell you, the indigestion that I got from eating that cheese liquid on top of that corned chip.
Yeah,
fucked
from the
me
pillow,
up.
from the pillow specifically.
Yeah, and I
'Cause
never
I do
washed the
imagine
pillow.
other places you could get nachos. They wouldn't be suffering from the
As
same
a
thing.
child, other places I can get them,
Yeah, like
but I
the
couldn't
pool.
drive.
No, but you're at the pool or something. You're at school.
I couldn't drive, and I was only making $60K a year when I was.
How are you
young.
making cash back then?
I was working.
Doing what?
I was selling gold, selling little plates,
Uh-huh.
whatever I could get my hands on.
Yeah.
What do you mean little plate?
My guy, when you dig and burrow deep enough into coal and chalk, you find this fantastic world of so many things.
Like China.
No, I think you're talking tectonic plates.
I'm not talking about music. What I'm talking about is all the different things that are inside the earth. Like, think about where does coal come?
Techno is where that
I don't know where it originates.
miscommunication came
But like, do you know what comes from the earth?
It's so interesting that you have a thing about listening.
Yes. yes. Yes.
That's really fascinating.
Yeah, isn't it really crazy? You'll never meet anyone who tells you to pay attention more but pays attention less.
You know, I feel that way about most of my friends, to be honest. We're all
That's
sick.
true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Well, listen to my thing.
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
right.
Yeah, right. How about yours?
I think
Yes. Anyway, yes. Back to my
I
thing.
think my sickness is I
Yeah.
bench press.
Yeah.
Right.
Like I can bench
That's
press
your
like
primary
sick.
sickness.
600 pounds minimum.
Yeah.
What do you mean minimum?
Like
You can't go less?
He'll get hurt.
Because
of the form,
A
'cause of
certain
the
amount.
form.
Yeah, the form.
Yeah, because he's
That's
gonna. No
good.
matter what, he's accounting for that additional 600 pounds.
additional.
That is.
I'm trying to
a
look
sin.
at how I'm trying to be on your side. The one time in that entire communication I'm on your side, you try and dunk on me. It's a sickness.
and a horrible dunk it was.
It's a sickness.
I'm sick.
Yeah.
I'm a sick guy.
Hey, cheers to that.
Cheers. Now, this is a crossover episode. I know people are thinking Allen Iverson. No, okay? We're not talking about b-ball. We're talking about listenol, all right? That's the opportunity for us to connect with our ears, all right?
Yeah, everybody needs to be listening. Listen
Yeah.
all.
Listen all.
Yeah.
A famous hip hop rhyme for basketball. if ever they're gonna say the
We're
word
not talking
basketball,
about
next one's gonna be
basketball. We're
listen
talking
all.
about listen all.
Yeah, which was also a focus medication I took as a kid. I took Listenol for many, many years.
Was it suppository or?
Huh? It was a suppository, yeah.
Good first guess.
It's just easier. It's just easier for a kid to understand. If they got to take their med, it's just easier that way.
Yeah, well, I don't want anything that my dad's trying to feed me.
No,
Dad,
no,
just
no, no.
come up behind me.
Yeah.
Throw it in there.
Sit it and forget it. That's what we'd say.
Sit it and
Sit it
forget
and
it.
forget it. Yeah,
That
you
was a
just pop it in
commercial.
the back.
That's
yeah.
so smart.
Yeah, the commercials for Listenol would say "sit it and forget it" and just show a kid sitting on a pill,
You
and
know-
then he's way more calm.
Has
now.
anyone ever seen Man on Fire with Denzel Washington?
Oh, yeah.
I actually never caught that one, but it's one I always assumed I would.
It's great.
There's Dakota Fanning in there too, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I never saw that.
She's
Mark
like
Anthony?
20 something.
Yeah.
Is Mark Anthony in that?
Yeah, I think
Mark
he's
Anthony.
Is it
there.
in Brazil or something?
Mexico City. He puts a suppository bomb in a guy.
That's right.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's right. That
So-
is an intense movie. Michael Mann, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also did Heat, if you guys remember that.
I remember the tint from the commercial that it looked kind of like Collateral but more blue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's all,
Yeah.
very much. It's like, oh, this was on video. You can just
Yes.
tell instantly.
Yes,
and
yes.
that's okay.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, yeah.
That's fine.
Yep.
All right, thanks for listening, everybody.
That was the show. No improv.
That
No
is the way-
subjects. No topics.
every family event I've ever been to, the way the conversation dies is always someone says something like "That's fine" 2 times.
Yeah,
That's fine. Long pause. That's fine. And then
Okay, so
everyone's
you
going,
have a
"Can I
problem
walk
with it?"
away?"
Yeah. Well, do you feel like are you looking for better ways to restart the conversation, or are you hoping that we can all just be fine exiting as soon as it's over?
No, I think you should just exit right when it's over, because I almost feel like something that I like about people in comedy is if the conversation even has the potential to die, then it's like, let's all just go talk to someone else. Like
Yeah.
it'll either self-sustain or we break apart immediately and admit, our losses, and everyone moves on. But at a family thing, you're stuck being still their family.
I feel so much anxiety
Yeah.
especially in a normal social situation. But at family, I'm like, okay, well, I'm the guy who's got to keep it going. I'm
Yeah.
funny family member. Let's throw another topic out there. Most likely, these people don't even want to talk anymore.
No, something I've started to accept about myself is that actually none of my family does want that.
Right.
And that they actually just don't like me is what I've kind of started to accept. Like,
Yes.
because I always think that as well. Oh, I have to keep this going. And then I go, why are they
I'm
keeping
keeping
it going?
things fun.
Yeah.
Some people don't want it to be fun.
Yeah,
They just want
exactly.
it to be.
And then you go, no, I want it to be fun. I am the one who doesn't want to be bored out of my skull here. They're fine.
I'm perceiving
being
they're
bored.
just like for me.
Yeah,
I'm
they're
trying
like,
to-
I'm used to bored. I'm
Yeah.
totally down with being bored. I'm like, I have to escape boredom at all costs all day long.
Right.
Yeah.
I think there's different levels of boredom, right?
Yeah.
So like what we get bored by is not what they get bored by, and what we're doing that's interesting is really annoying to
Yeah.
them.
Right.
What
That's
are you watching behind those
Insightful.
sunglasses?
Right now, we were talking about this earlier. Right now, I'm watching like it's strange. It's a Lithuanian show, and it's
Okay.
about two doctors
tracks.
who are mechanics, and they're trying to work on a car, but
Two
they're also
doctors who are
Car-
mechanics.
Some people
Yeah.
call car mechanics car doctors.
No, they're physicians. Like,
Oh, but they're
have
actually
a medical
physicians.
practice because I'm
Oh.
watching them to actually work on patients and then like haphazardly put different like gasoline in one guy and
Oh,
then to go
shit.
bring like
Wrong
a kidney
tools.
and put it into
Are there
like a truck.
subtitles?
No,
And the channels just change randomly.
I think about it and they change.
Oh, so it's related to your thoughts.
So I got a Neuralink inside of me.
This is
Yeah.
the highest tech thing on the market, and
Yeah.
we're just sitting here goofing. I can't believe it.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, I just gotta get thrown these things and get like to test ride them all the time.
What's that one? That one says Foster Grant.
Yeah,
Okay, that sounds high quality.
that's the law firm that offered them.
So
yeah.
this is law firm tech.
Yeah.
That's
so when
incredible.
So these are new
Classic.
glasses. You're doing a case. You're talking to the jury. You're talking to the, the judge.
but you kind of want to zone out a little bit.
Oh hell yeah, I did. Like that's what I
Yeah.
always get bummed out by. I'm like, let these guys get entertained too. Don't you want your like law to have a little fun when you're up there?
Yeah.
Right. One of the screens should go out. One of them should go in.
Oh, that's cool.
Why? So
Thank
they know
you.
what you're watching, you mean?
yeah. So they get to enjoy. They know that A, you're ignoring them, and B, they get to participate in that a little
Yeah,
bit.
If I know that my lawyer is watching The Mummy,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be distracted from the
Because
double
you also-
homicide case.
You're
I think.
gonna know what their mood is generally.
Oh, yeah.
Generally, it's a high octane mood where they're trying to escape a Knox in the moon.
And guess what? I want that. I want them to be on it.
If my
Yeah.
lawyer's watching The Mummy, I need a new lawyer. I
Come
gotta be
on,
honest.
dude.
I
Dude.
cannot accept law advice from someone who is still watching The
You're
Mummy.
too high class.
yeah,
I think
dude,
you're
that
right.
actually does.
I think that's what I'm saying.
You're too
That's
high
honest.
class.
That's what I'm saying for that lawyer. Yes.
And one thing I want to say about the
my
whatever
lawyer
the-
watches Punch Drunk Love.
Aw.
No, dude. You don't want them chilled out.
Well,
You
that's
know, I
not
want
a
'em in
chill
love,
movie in
yeah.
any way.
Punch
That
Drunk
movie makes
Love?
me
The whole
feel
thing is
I'm
really-
freaks
thinking of
out.
what's that Live, Love, Laugh one? Eat, Pray, Love.
Eat,
Yeah.
pray, love.
That's what I'm
yeah,
thinking
Yeah, Adam Sandler.
But I just want to
does.
say, imagine that you're dating. Let's say that you're dating this guy, the guy who's always wearing the TV glasses, and
How
he's
are
in there
you?
and he's watching the TV.
Good, how are you?
And,
Good.
But there's the tech where it's projecting what he's watching, so you always know. Imagine how connected to him you're gonna feel when he turns it off.
Right.
And suddenly you see, wow, now I have his full. What is that now? 'Cause I
I'm
see
not gonna
something
turn
else
it
going
off.
on in
is
there.
that horrifying though? Are you really weird?
What do you mean?
when he gives full attention?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I probably would freak out.
Is it
Yeah.
hard for your eyes to refocus to something else in the room, or
Yeah, they're hurting a lot.
Yeah.
I can feel like a sharp pain inside the center of one of them.
that's the con?
Because no matter where you try to look away, it's catching where you're looking.
Yeah,
it's like sitting in the first row at an IMAX movie from the past.
Well,
where it
there's
goes-
there's hard tech in here that's actually shooting into my eye to keep my eye stable, so
Yeah.
I'm able to focus on. The screen.
Oh, so if you try to look around, it's pulling you back.
so it's
Yeah.
a neural link. It's a retinal link,
Yeah, and there's also a chain, a physical chain that's going in from
like a
my
wallet,
eye.
like a chain wallet.
Exactly, like a
like Hellraiser, like something out of Hellraiser.
Well, Hot
like
Topic.
The Cenobites would do that.
You
And-
get a hot topic.
yeah,
Yeah.
or like in Hellraiser though. You're saying an actual
I don't
literal
know.
chain is going to your cornea.
Yes, but
Yeah.
it's like a hot topic, a chain wallet.
You know,
Can you
I
take
never
those
saw.
off anytime you want?
No,
I never saw Hellraiser because it was obviously too scary just from the poster.
I
Yeah.
respect that.
I want to watch this.
I would
That's
assume
your
you also haven't
advertisement?
seen it. Have you seen it?
Yeah, of course.
Really? That
Yes.
surprises me. When Joey and I used to live together, he would do stuff like he would make me buy a horror video game, and then you turn off all the lights in the living room and insist we play it. And then the moment something scary
Start
would
screaming.
happen,
I would
the
start
moment
screaming.
he would start screaming, and then you go turn on all the lights and say we should do something else.
I got scared.
But it was completely earnest.
Right.
When I'm like, but I just bought this game. You made me buy this.
And I got
then he's
scared.
like, turn it the fuck off. Turn it the fuck off. He's turning all the lights on.
I got so
and then, But
scared.
then it would be like 10 of us in this room. We all go, but we want to play the game. You just made us buy that.
Right.
And then he would not let us play. And then we turn the light. We go,
Interesting
the lights can stay on, but we're gonna play this game. And he'd go, turn it off, and he'd be freaking out the entire.
And this was like what, like Luigi's Castle, or what was the game?
One of them.
Yeah,
One of them.
yeah.
Jesus
He's
Christ.
like, they're ghosts. They want me to be a ghost.
Dude, I'm not going to get transformed. I'll tell you that much right now.
Yeah.
And if I am going to get transformed, it's going to be into an executive who runs like a fantastic business that's selling different kind of plastics to different people all over the world.
That is so specific.
Uh-huh.
An executive who's successful in plastics.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like it.
But what's weird though is that you say if you are going to be transformed, that is what you're going to do. And then yesterday you told me that is literally what you do. That you're a high power executive selling plastics.
And I'm just saying, if I was going to be,
But then it's not a transformation if
why
it's
can't I love
literally
what I do?
true.
Why can't I love who I am?
But
Why
then
can't
it's
I
not a
love what I got turned
but then
into?
It's not a
Just don't
transformation.
call it transformation. Just call it a being.
Oh, right. But I wasn't that before.
Oh, okay.
So I got transformed into that.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. I earned
I
it.
see. So you're a butterfly acknowledging his chrysalis state.
That's right. That
as
2001
well.
Corvette that's parked outside, who do you think bought that?
2001.
Yeah,
it's over
but-
20 years old.
Yeah, it's got to be someone else, and they gave it to you.
Yeah.
Well, yes, but
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
just saying, like,
You
I
bought it from someone.
Your
no, it
grandma?
was a gift, but
Oh.
yes, I guess
It's from your grandma.
yes, it was from my grandma.
Oh.
Yeah.
Grandma's got interesting taste. It's a, it's
Yeah,
a wild color.
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's your own
Or
custom.
colors, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Gasoline colored.
Gasoline. All right, we're getting off topic here. And it's already pissing my ass, and I don't like this. Okay,
Yeah.
we're going to be talking about 3 topics. We're going to be getting into them, and like our show, saying what we would do in them, and then we're going to do some improv based on that.
Yeah.
Honestly, sometimes the way that Joey speaks English makes me feel like he learned it without ever seeing it and then doesn't understand it at all.
Yeah.
Like the way that like syllables, the way that it like breaks up. It's really like I know that he just plugged our show, you know what I would do, but I barely understood that as I was looking at him and listening. But it's
You want a subtle plug, my guy. You don't.
Hey, it's Kaylee Cuoco for Priceline. Ready to go to your happy place for a happy price? Well, why didn't you say so? Just download the Priceline app right now and save up to 60% on hotels. So whether it's Cousin Kevin's Kazoo concert in Kansas City, go Kevin, or Becky's Bachelorette Bash in Bermuda, you never have to miss a trip ever again. So download the Priceline app today. Your savings are waiting.
Go to your happy place for a happy price. Go to your happy price, Priceline.
Want to go in there and jack up the goddamn electrical outlet so no one else can use it.
You're
no,
right. The cadence is not matching the information.
It never
There's something
matches.
how it's fascinating. Really.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
No, because
Yeah.
it puts you into almost like a hypnotic suggestion where you are listening and you're nodding.
Yes.
But then
Yes.
because I've now known him long enough that I know I have to check in with myself every 30 seconds and go, am I following this
Where
at all?
am I? What am
and
I
I'm
doing?
never following it at all.
Right.
I'm never following
Well,
it
but
at
there's
all.
something nice about that, and it seems like you like being elusive.
Me as well.
Right. Right. Okay. Proved.
Exactly.
I saw the
exactly.
Wes Anderson movie yesterday, Asteroid City.
Asteroid
Oh,
City.
And
nice.
that's how I felt at the end of it. I said, I remember what it looked like.
Yeah.
I have no idea what it was. Like, I don't know what I saw. It made me feel
Yeah.
cross-eyed. It made me
I
go,
feel like
what?
we learned a lot. In my opinion, we learned a lot about Wes Anderson. When that like sort of meme-ish challenge was happening on Instagram, where it was like do this
Yeah.
but make it Wes Anderson or
Yeah.
whatever. The way that you can see like so everyone can just do it. Then it starts to. Then it means that we're all kind of focused on these sort of visual patterns of it. And
Yeah.
how can you possibly follow a story if we're all seeing visual patterns more than anything else?
Right, right.
But I
It's
kind of
like
like it. If you like the visual pattern, it's
Well, you're watching an artistic Fast and the Furious or Mission Impossible where they plan the shots first and then they throw story in.
right.
They're like,
right.
I want it to look like this. Make it make
But
sense.
sometimes
Right.
like you'll think I'll just think of a random. I'll think of like the Grand Hotel,
Grand Budapest?
Yeah, Grand Budapest Hotel, and then I won't remember a single thing that happens in it. But then if you show me something, I'll go like, oh right, Adrian Brody's in that, or then you go like, oh right, Willem Dafoe like cut someone's finger off or something, and you can remember these things, but it's at least for me impossible to remember a story of any kind.
yeah, I don't know
Right.
what's going on.
But did you like Asteroid City?
I did. I enjoyed the experience, but I walked out again just being like, I have to watch it again because I don't know anybody's
That's
name
how it
or
gets you.
whatever. That is.
that's how. And how
I'm not
much
going
of
to
this-
pay for it again.
No,
I'll
but
watch
you,
it.
well, you
Yeah,
if you want to see it again. So like that's how they get you.
But also it's like it even with
I don't
when it
think
comes-
that's how they get you. I don't
I don't
think they
think
make
so.
the
I
movies.
think that- but-
I don't think they make the
I don't
movies
think that's
confusing so
happening.
you have
I
to see them twice.
think
I don't
so.
think that makes any
I think they
logical
try to
sense.
just make them good.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
think
yeah.
that. You
But it's
go
like,
in there thinking
you know,
that, and then you're confused,
Don't
and you
you
got to
feel
buy
like-
another ticket.
Don't you
You're
feel like
right.
you can never even remember who's in the movie? Like, I feel like every time I've driven by the Asteroid City billboard, I'll go, "Oh right, Tom Hanks is in that."
Yeah, it
and then I'll
feels
drive
like
by
a
it again and go,
brand.
"Oh right, Tom Hanks is in
There's
that."
a billion
Right.
people in it. There's so many.
Everybody
so
is in it. It is quite the cast.
And yet
it-
they didn't cast any of the three of us.
I'm surprised.
I'm in it.
I am surprised that one of us is not in that movie.
I'm
I'll
in
say.
it.
Yeah. It should be you. It should be you.
Yeah, you did see it.
I was thinking about that movie and going like, how did these people get into this movie? It's not like they're all special geniuses, but they just went to the right place. They hang out with the right people. What is
Right,
it?
the right
You know what
coffee shop.
The right haircut. They
Yeah.
all look sort of like fake people.
Yeah, it's like they were in that
Pleasant
right
Valley.
one thing that Wes Anderson or
Right.
associates saw.
Right.
Yeah.
And it feels like everybody in the movie is kind of stunt cast, like because there's so many famous people that like.
Do we got Edward Norton in there? Seen this one?
Oh, of course.
Oh, is
Edward
he? Oh,
Norton's
nice.
in there.
I could listen to him talk. I like his voice. a lot.
Yes, and he does, and it's great. I mean, it's actually a great movie. I did enjoy it, but I am kind of like need at least one or two more rewatches.
Yeah. And that's how they get you. I don't know if you've heard.
That's how they get you. And I'll
That's
probably
how they
buy
get
3
you.
popcorns at each one of them.
Listen, bud.
Jeez. Well, should we get into our first little sub?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would love to. I would
do
really
it.
love to get into it. So, first subject, and I wanted to I brought this up off mic, which is what I say when I'm talking just normally off
us.
the mic.
Yeah.
And so something that always makes me laugh is when I have a house guest of any kind. Someone comes over for dinner or whatever, and
Of any kind?
yeah, it
An
could be
intruder?
family in town. Yeah,
Someone
it's an
broke into your
intruder-
house?
Yeah, it's an intruder who's going to use my bathroom and does this thing. It would still be funny to me. Which is it. Do you ever notice when someone goes into a bathroom in your house and then you hear them lock the door? I find this to be very funny, but I don't really know why. It's just every time I hear that little thimble push of a lock, I go like,
I know why.
That's funny.
At least for me, it's because someone's taking a dumpy. You lock it because you don't lock it for a pee.
Right.
Well, then, which
lock
I
it for-
disagree with, but
lock it for a dumpy.
but I would say,
You know why? Because your back is to the door when you're peeing.
Well, we're definitely learning about why
I was
you
gonna
would
say
do
it's like
Yeah.
the assumption of that is like no, that's actually it's funny because that someone would think that indicates that you're taking a dump makes it funny as well. But to me, that you think that you need security from anyone walking in, I think is what is funny.
Right.
So it's no matter what you're doing in there, you're like, I better lock this for
Yeah.
safety.
Yeah.
Because you're taking a dumpy.
It could be. Yeah. Is that something you're
That
subconscious
is one
about?
of the two options.
Yeah.
No, there's more than look. The fact
There's
that-
more
up.
than options.
Yes.
throwing up.
Okay, because you have exactly. Couldn't be just be because you're peeing. Could be that you're pooing. Those are the obvious ones.
Could be that you're frantically washing your hands.
Right. Or what if you have in there some kind of secret powder? Now, I'm not talking about cocaine or drugs or something like that. I'm talking like a powder that you bring out that no one else can know that you have.
I-
That guy.
no
Yeah, like
idea what
you
you
saw
mean.
like some powder on the ground in your house, and you were like, I should test the sample for later. And then you go get a little thing, and you
Sure.
get it all into this little bag, and then you go, my pockets are full. I got my phone, I got my wallet, I got my keys. I'll just shove this up my ass. And then when I get to my friend's house, then I'll
listen.
take it out,
Why-
and then maybe I'll have the tools to
I
investigate.
get the powder thing. Why is it going in the ass?
Because
for
it's
sure?
a
your
little
pockets are full.
It's a full pocket, and the sharp little edges on the bag are gonna go up your butt. So you got that right.
But if you know the edges are sharp, why is it going up your butt? Why don't
Because
you
the
just
pockets are full.
put it on top of your head? Or,
What is he supposed
or
to put his cell phone up his ass?
Put
What
it
do
in
you
your mouth.
put it in your mouth and let the edges cut your mouth?
No,
you got
there's
pizza
still
coming, dude.
these.
You want to bleed on
Mil-
some Zod?
I didn't know about
Millions
the
of
pizza,
years of
yeah.
evolution have made our buttholes resilient to the edges of Ziploc bags.
Okay,
that's
well,
just true.
I hope the bags are resilient.
I'm
as
an
well.
executive who sells plastic. I know
You
how
think he
this
doesn't know about Ziploc bags?
I
though?
just don't really want to hear about it if you don't know the science of plastic. If you're
I'm-
just making the money, I'm not that interested.
My guy, I pay the scientists to think. Okay, that's just how it works.
Okay, I guess so. I guess you're right.
But I just want to be known, okay, and thrown on the table as an option.
Yeah.
that it
Taking a
does just
dumpy.
have to be something that's like dumping out of your body,
Yeah.
liquid
Yeah,
or
yeah,
solid.
yeah,
And this is another great thing to highlight in Joey's just general thinking. It was him who said the one and only thing is that you're going in there to take a dump.
Right.
Then as we said that there were more options, then he said there's not just two options.
Yeah.
And then he gets fixated on the powder in the bag up the butt. But he is the one who started us off saying there's only one option. And
Can't
taking a
I
dump.
transform?
Yeah.
Can't
No,
I?
exactly.
This guy's
evolve?
doing a herald right in front of us. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
exactly. Well, he's recently really gotten into callbacks. It's like recently become his thing.
Oh,
he's
it's like a kid
really
who
into
learned a new
callbacks.
thing at school.
Yeah. He'll make them. You just now pay attention. Because now it's going to be
they're
anything
coming.
you can, anything you've said randomly throughout the
Well,
day.
if they're coming, you can't say they're coming.
Oh, well, they're coming. And let me just say to everybody watching and listening, a little game for
Because
you
the
at
joke
home.
isn't even good. It's just a surprise that you're doing it again.
Yeah, exactly.
The joke doesn't know. You don't get it. You don't get it.
Exactly. You can see that he doesn't get it. He thinks he's explaining something to us, but he is the only one who doesn't get it.
him, and he said exactly. It's literally antithetical.
Welcome
but
to the
it's-
jungle.
It has really strengthened my brain today. I think,
Yeah,
and I think
yeah.
I have a new wrinkle or something because for being gaslit so subtly, so hard. It's
What's
incredible.
amazing is for him, you'll have a cough, say in like 5 minutes, and then he'll say, "I'm a doctor mechanic," and then you're like, "Yeah, totally."
Yeah, I remember.
That is the thing we said earlier.
Right,
I guess
right.
that's kind of a callback.
You know what's insane? Like you're first off, you are gassing me up. You're hyping me up to do the callbacks. Secondly, you predicted that he's gonna cough in 5 minutes.
That's pretty amazing.
And I think
That's amazing.
of all the things that you're saying, I have a superpower for, which I appreciate. That's
Not
amazing.
at all. Not at all. What
The
I was
opposite
saying.
message.
Not at all. What I
You
was
think we
saying.
think you are super?
The idea of like just the mechanics of a brain to make everything we just said.
Doctor mechanic.
They're coming, baby. That won't be the last one.
Holy shit!
Everything into a compliment. My brain does the exact opposite of that.
Yes.
Be
My
nicer
brain
to
could not
yourself.
do that math
Right.
no matter what.
Oh yes, it can. You're smart enough.
You know, I will sometimes go into my restroom here at my home,
Yeah.
and other people will be here. And if I'm being honest, don't judge me. The door doesn't close very well. It's one of those things. I don't know if the hinge needs fixing or whatever, but I'm just not interested in it.
Yeah.
So I will just
It's
close
basically
it, but
always
not-
it's the expansion of wood due to changing in the temperature,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's like at all directions. So like the hinge is pushing off,
Yes,
and
yes.
it's the worst.
It's
The
one of
warping.
those, and so I just go like, "Hey, don't listen," because
Yeah.
I'm not gonna. So people will come over and they'll be here in the living room, and I'll be peeing in there with it not latched, not
Yeah,
only
yeah.
not locked, but not latched.
yeah.
And I'm like,
and I didn't latch when I went in. I
Oh,
was like,
good.
yeah, it's fine.
hell yeah, dude.
Yeah,
You don't
yeah.
need it.
You know-
yeah.
You ever
yeah.
go into those bathrooms? There's no door at all.
Yeah,
Well, I was
yeah.
just gonna
It's
say
better than that.
the bathroom that I have has no door, and what I do is I have some of the moving boxes I haven't gotten rid of. We moved in like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And
and he hasn't gotten ridden of.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
haven't gotten rid of those boxes.
I haven't wrote it. I haven't got on top of it and wrote it like it was like a dinosaur or some kind of like mythical beast that was squared.
Sure.
Right. Why would
And
you?
what I do is I got a couple of them, but there's only one that has books in it still. So I just move that in front of the door. It's
Barricade it.
It's about like 4 feet high.
Yeah.
And like I just say like, hey,
And there is no door.
no door.
It's just boxes.
It's just one box.
It's one
And I just push.
But it's 4 feet high.
4 feet high.
And it's 10 years old.
That's high.
4 feet by 4 feet. And I push that cardboard box in front, and I go,
Super difficult.
You're
box
good
to
to just
carry.
like say again.
super difficult box to carry. 16 square.
Oh, that's why
feet.
I push it. No, but
Right.
4 by 4. It's just like 4 by 4.
Right.
4 by 4
times 4 equals 16.
No, it doesn't. So you push
Kiss
that
my
in front
ass,
of the
Joey.
door, and then you use that as a little block, and people feel great about it.
They
Can I
like
can I
that.
tell you guys a flashback I just had? This is true, and I have literally completely forgotten this until we just started talking about this.
Mm-hmm.
My high school, I went to an all boys Catholic high school. They did not have bathroom doors on the stalls.
Right.
What?
So if you wanted to take a shit, it was just open.
Do you just like put your backpack on your lap? Like, what do you do?
I think honestly, I think
because I'm
there-
not showing
I think there was,
hog.
I think there was only one bathroom in the school that did have doors, but then it was like, but there were all the other ones didn't, and so you just like, I think I just didn't shit.
I guess I never
during
shit
high
at
school.
school.
I wouldn't
yeah.
do that. That's
Yeah.
terrifying.
I
But I
never shit
remember
at
walking in my
school.
freshman year going like, what on
How
earth?
vulnerable do you have to be? That's
Yes.
insane. Are
But
they
then
doing?
I remember if kids were like real hard asses, they would sit in there and take a shit, and you go like, "Wow, you really don't care."
yeah, that's someone prepping for prison.
You had
Yeah.
a
They're getting
big
ready.
breakfast.
yeah.
Do you think they did that because there was like violence or drugs used in the?
I do,
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
yeah. But it's that kind of like paranoid Catholic type of deterrence.
Well, then no one can shit.
Where they're going, no, yeah, and where they're going like it's like one person one time smoked weed, and so then they were like, I think we got to take all the doors off
Right.
the bathrooms.
It does
Right.
make sense to me that the Catholic school was like, you know what? If the boys are taking shits, let's just take the doors off just in case. Just in case we
yeah,
got.
yeah. Just yeah. No one's mentioning that it's just easing the transition
Right.
into molesting.
It feels like if you're gonna do drugs at school, just miss that day of school. Just like
Yeah, yeah.
if you're,
Or
you're
just do it
already
as you're
gonna
walking
get
out.
in
In trouble?
I would rather get in trouble for missing school than for smoking drugs.
I would just always smoke weed right before school and then
Sure.
during the lunch break and outside. You know,
Yeah.
not do it in the bathroom. That's the last place you should ever do it.
Yeah.
You should do it in
right.
the classroom.
No.
That way you're not going
Hide
to
in
get
plain
written. You're
sight.
not going to get written up. And if you
Why
do
not?
Because what? Because you're
Why not?
Because you're in the bathroom doing drugs. You're going to get written up for that.
Yeah, but if we were in the classroom,
Then you're just
already
smoking.
with a teacher.
Yeah,
Then
yeah.
you're just smoking. No,
Taking the edge off from the lesson.
but the problem is that
oh, you went
they
to a
have-
1950s school though, right? Where you were
Yeah.
always allowed to take the edge off if you needed
Right.
to.
Yes.
You could drink like a little thing of whiskey.
Yep.
On the rocks,
Little
whatever.
nip.
Yeah, if you quote unquote really needed it.
To take the edge off. Yeah, math class was wild.
Yeah. But if you say that you need to take the edge off, basically anything goes.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, why wouldn't you? I feel like kids are stressed out. Give them a loose cigarette.
Yeah, I agree. Give him
Yeah.
a Lucy.
Yeah.
All right,
Give
I
'em
have
an-
to do a scene to make it a thing from a ManDog pod as well.
Yeah, that makes sense. Wait,
I'm fine in here. I'm fine. Okay, I'm just testing.
Are you sure?
I'm just testing some materials.
Oh, okay. Is it like a science project?
Yes.
Oh my god, I love science.
Yeah. No,
What do you work-
sorry. No, I don't know why I said that. I'm pooping. I'm pooping.
Oh my god.
is everything going all right with Robert? What's he doing in there?
He's doing a science project with
Oh.
feces. Well, what are you working with?
What's not with feces? Fuck, I shouldn't have said both. I am pooping, and then I'm on my lap. I'm doing a science project, testing some materials because I had bubble guts in science, so I had to leave early.
Robert, it smells like marijuana in there.
Okay, I'm doing three things.
smoking?
I'm doing,
Is he
Robert,
smoking drugs?
we always said if you were going to get into this sort of thing, you should just own it. Don't lie to your mother. Listen how she's getting.
I lit an incense. I lit
An incense?
I
Is that
lit-
what you call one incense?
I
So you're
lit
doing a
one-
ritual? You're doing a satanic ritual?
Hold on. Let's
No.
make sure it's satanic before.
Oh.
Deb.
Listen.
Oh my God. Oh God.
What's happening out
Robert,
there?
your mother just jumped out the fucking
Oh
window.
my God.
There's a pool. No, she landed in a pool.
Oh
She's
my
in a pool.
God.
She's okay.
Oh my god, that pool was cement.
Oh my God.
The pool has an alarm. It
my
sounds like.
God.
Okay, let's
That was
forget
a
about
cement
everything
pool.
I was
It was-
doing.
Oh God, we got to go down there.
Okay. Look. No,
Ah!
What's up, dude?
I'm not gonna do that.
What's up, man? You want another bag of weed?
Yeah, man. I need to take the edge off.
Man, I'll get you. Hell yeah, man.
You know why?
No.
Both my parents jumped out the window of my 56-story apartment.
Jesus.
Did they land in a pool?
They landed on the pool. It was filled with cement for repairs.
Oh my God, are you serious?
They splatted.
How does that?
Well, they still screamed afterwards, but they splatted. It
I would
was-
too.
So I need to take the edge off. I need some deep freaking.
Did that seriously happen, man? Because that's like an old wives' tale. I always hear that. I feel like people are always talking about like, oh, my one's friend's dad and mom jumped out of the window of a 56-story high-rise into a
Brandon,
cement
Brandon,
pool.
Hey, can I just deal with one bud tender, man? Can I just deal with one bud tender?
Yeah. Sorry.
Sorry, Brandon's shadowing me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
It's
kind of
like,
just trying to
when you
learn
go
the
a
lay of the
bar,
land.
You don't want all the bartenders to come over because your story's the saddest. You know.
Do you mind if I write some of this down? So I was coming on too hard.
Looks
So-
like you're.
And there's some other
Yeah,
stuff
go
as
ahead.
well. What else? Like, did you not like the questioning and of the story?
Oh no, it was fine. It was. I just got a little overwhelmed. It was like a pretty intense moment. Both my
Intense.
parents jumped out a window because I was doing a science experiment in my mom's bathroom.
Science experiment.
Normally it's 120. I'm gonna do a deal for you because it's pretty intense.
Oh yeah,
Why don't we do 110?
that's great, man. Thank
Do you mind if I ask? Are you doing the deal because I annoyed him and stuff here?
No,
I just wanna write it
because
down.
it's a sad. Don't write anything down. You're shadowing me.
Yeah.
Don't write anything down.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Well,
Don't write
I'm
this
not.
down.
I mean, I don't have a pen or paper or anything. I'm just writing it like because then it helps me remember.
Yeah,
it, like, the
yeah.
emotion.
Of course.
I think he's writing stuff down because you're not really helping him. You're just sort of like doing it, and like he's not really. You know what I'm saying? Like I used to work at Cheesecake,
Oh shit.
and like when we shot, yeah, I know.
No way.
And, yeah, dude,
The
whole
factory?
thing, yeah, the white thing, the everything, the
That's
tie,
cool.
everything.
Whoa.
everything.
That's like Michelin.
Yeah, it's Michelin rated.
star.
Yeah, Michelin tire.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Michelin man, the guy's just made out of tires, comes around and rates food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the
Well, hey,
shit.
thanks for the deal, man. 110. That's a great freaking deal. And this stuff, it hits.
Oh man, yeah, it does. Man.
It'll take the edge off.
Yeah.
It killed one of our other. Or never mind.
Yeah.
I'm just a shadow here.
Well,
Wait, who did it kill?
So-
I don't want
I'm just a shadow
So I'm just
here.
not sure if I want to smoke it. If
I'm just
it
a
killed the
shadow.
guy.
I'm just a shadow
Just
here.
so you know, some of the bud is sentient, and it might like be scared that you're lighting up some of its
What
friends.
is sentient? What
It's alive. It's
Yeah,
alive.
like it has the capacity for rational thought.
Oh, it's like got full consciousness.
Yeah,
Yeah, well,
yeah.
like there's one. If you look in the room back there, you see the guy who's making the paninis.
Yeah.
That he was like just a bud.
Whoa.
And now he's like a buddy of ours, of course. But like,
Panini smells good as fuck.
oh
by the way.
shit! Yes, yes. I didn't
was
even think of that when I
awesome.
said
Yeah.
bud.
You do callbacks?
Yeah, why?
No reason. Seem like the kind of guy.
I just feel like people love him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Keep them coming.
You got it. Well, yeah, man. But what was that?
I coughed.
You all right? You sick?
He may have been setting you up for some kind of callback there. I don't even know, honestly, dude. But like, I gotta stop like butting in, man. Like,
No,
this
it's
is like my
cool.
problem. No,
It's
this is
cool.
my problem. Seriously, this is my problem. This is why I got fired from the stock exchange. I was like always just like coming in and trying to like say my little
All right, let
thing.
me get 400 on S&P fine time.
what if you got 300? What if you got
Let's
300?
get, let's get 200 on
What if you got 200
on
on
the
S&P?
Two more.
200
Let's-
S&Ps.
let's- we get 200. You
What
shut
if you
the
got
fuck up.
Can I talk to you outside?
Yeah, Jesus Christ, what?
I'm just like wondering, like, is there something I'm doing in particular that's upsetting you?
Yeah,
during that
you know
time?
what's upsetting me? That you're my son. That's what's upsetting me.
I'm trying to shadow you, Dad.
Yeah, I don't want you to shadow me.
But I love you. I hate Mom, just like you hate Mom.
Shut the fuck up.
I do.
Hey guys, I saw you walk out here. We got to let you both go. This is too weird. All right?
What?
Dad!
You're fired. No more words.
What do you mean I'm fired? The fuck? Hey, let me in.
Dad, maybe you should knock more softly.
Look at these sick pigs knocking on the bottom door of the stock exchange. They're fucked. They're fucked.
We have to do something about the money.
That character was perfect.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
Rupert Murdoch or some mega bajillionaire.
You
It was
could actually
perfect.
feel that he feels like a younger actor in old face. You know what I mean? Like that
Yes,
to me,
yes,
that
yes,
is
yes,
now
yes.
the uncanny valley that actually works for me. Where when I can feel that it's a younger actor, I'm like, that's Eddie Redmayne, but he's acting old. I
great.
actually find it more unsettling than if it's an older actor.
Yeah,
Oh yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Like there's something spooky about it being Guy Pearce in old face.
Do you
Yes.
think when they do the prosthetics...
We have old actors.
Eh.
They're kind of the best actors ever.
Yeah, but they're
been
not
doing
as
it for a long time.
unsettling. They're not as
right,
unsettling
right.
because
and
it's
you're saying
real.
you like that it's unsettling.
I want
For comedic effect.
like Guy Pearce in Prometheus playing an old man. That's what I want all old men to secretly be a really fit, super handsome actor.
I will say this though, in that far of the future, with that kind of life longevity medicine, don't you
Sure.
think it will be something like that, where it's going to be like, I think that guy's wearing a mask. Like, no, dude, he is that old.
that
Yeah.
guy's literally 150. He's the first
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
But you go like, but it feels like he's Jared Leto playing
Right,
old.
right, yeah.
And the
I
first
agree.
guy who lives to 150, we got to make him an actor.
Yeah.
That's what he needs to be.
Please.
Yeah.
Whenever people talk about living to be 100 or whatever, I always think like, have you met someone who's in their 90s? It feels so painful.
Dude,
Yeah.
shoot me in the fucking head.
Well, hold on.
Shoot me in
Jesus
the
Christ.
fucking
You know,
head.
I love our older people. I really
Of
do.
course.
Yeah, I'm
But-
not an ageist. I'm saying for me, shoot me in the
Yeah.
head.
You never want to be old because it's disgusting to you, but you're not an ageist.
No, I'll give them a job.
But I
That's
I
good.
distinctly
Okay.
remember when my dad was like,
Well, we need to put these old folks to work.
Yeah, we do.
yeah. What do you think they should be working
In
on?
the fucking mines, dude. Okay, we gotta have all this shit lithium batteries. Who's gonna do it? Me?
Yeah.
I got a Twitch
Oh,
channel.
the mind.
Okay.
yeah. Because you thought he said working on their minds.
Yes.
No, he said working in the mines.
Right, while
to
you
get
run a
lithium
Twitch
ion.
channel.
Yeah.
So you're like if Elon Musk had a Twitch channel and that was his whole deal.
That's my vibe.
Right.
And let me just say,
I have to agree that he is like if Elon Musk had a Twitch channel.
That
You
is
have
true.
to say
he
that.
would wear those glasses.
Yeah.
he would. Well, what's our next top?
Yeah, let me see here.
We did one about.
Oh, we're talking about vague conspiracy theories.
Yes, we're back
Oh,
to
yeah,
the you
oh,
know
yeah.
what I would do portion of the
Yeah,
show.
okay, this is great. So yeah, I wrote down here boutique conspiracy theories because you
Boutique.
guys were both getting into some conspiracy theories I haven't heard.
Tell
Yes.
the one about the pyramids you were speaking
So
about.
on TikTok they just serve me whatever's interesting, I guess.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah,
I've-
that's one way of complimenting yourself. Sure. Yeah. My algorithm is just like stuff that's like interesting and really good.
It
and
just
smart.
seems like stuff for geniuses. I don't know why they keep showing it to me, but I'll take it.
I'd love to see your TikTok.
Yeah. You wouldn't be able to afford it. I
Oh.
charge because I'm so smart. I
Isn't
think.
it a free app or?
Your version would be free? Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah, but to see my TikTok,
congrats,
my
man.
page, yeah. No, but this conspiracy theory is all about like unprovable things that
Yeah.
can never be, which they
Right.
mostly are. But this one is all about how the Egypt pyramids, the pyramids in Egypt, what you're seeing is just the top.
I love that.
They're really a whole obelisk or whatever, almost like looking like the Washington Monument.
Yeah, but
And
that's just
most
the
of it
tip of
is
the
underground.
narwhal, and it goes way, way farther down.
Yes, and the actual whatever, like the sarcophagus and all that shit is down there where it's more protected underneath. And I don't know much.
And that's just the
beyond that.
beginning. That's
videos
just
are
the
short.
beginning of it.
Yes.
I love that theory because it totally dismisses where the Nile River is and like any kind of water source.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great theory.
You're like, oh, okay, so you think that just rose with it?
Well, like there's something with some conspiracy theories where if there's this visual element that's kind of satisfying to visualize in your mind,
Yes.
you almost like when I first heard flat Earth, I was so confused because I was like, what do you mean? What is flat? And then trying to make it make sense in your brain is almost fun.
Yeah.
Like it's almost like you're doing some sort of like abstract geometry where you're like, oh, and then I guess it would move like this and like this. And it's almost like if your brain just starts to unconsciously or semi-consciously do the like visualizing work.
Right.
Like with the pyramid thing, I go like, oh, whoa. So that
And then you
goes
go,
way
wait a
deeper
second.
and then it's like way wider. And so then
I'm doing some really good
it's all
thinking
actually
here.
really cool. And then it doesn't even have to be a pyramid. The pyramid is the tip of the sphere. And it becomes kind of exciting.
The other one that is sort of typically after these is, and sort of on the same plane, is this guy that talks about the great mudslides. And he talks about how like we're really on like the fourth level of everything, and it's like
compacted Earth, you mean?
Yeah,
Okay.
compacted Earth or whatever. And he'll be like, look at this old picture of this building when it was built in the 1920s,
Whoa.
and they dug beneath the road. There's 30 more feet of building that's been covered by the mud or whatever this
love
is,
it.
you know? And I'm like, fascinating.
And
Okay,
you
cool
get that to
picture.
happen
I don't know
one
if it's
time, and then someone
Photoshop.
can use that as anecdotal evidence for like everything.
Totally.
That's great.
The crazy thing with that shit as well is like you just say something insane, which I'm
Yes.
totally against. And then you get AI to create a photo that's almost
Right.
like, especially when it's like vintage and fucked up, you can be like, look, right? And now you use that as propaganda for your point, and you've
and now suddenly the Slender Man lives.
right.
Right.
It's not impossible for these things to take flight, as we've seen. Obviously, January 6th. Where were you? That like it's
At the
just
Capitol.
crazy to
Just
me
to see.
because I love thinking about these things as well. I think it's so fun, just like an exercise, which is
Yes.
poor. I'm like working out wrong.
But what percentage of people who become believers start off going like, it's just kind of an interesting mental exercise?
Everyone,
And then by the end, they're like,
everyone.
I'm like, Biden lives in the pyramids.
Let me tell you this: we want to think right now in our generation, our peers. We want to think that we just. I feel like this is just me, of course, but you think that everyone who's
No,
doing
I
the
think you can speak for everyone.
I think I can as well, and I will. That the conspiratorial minds, the people that are pushing this shit, are like our parents. They're like, oh, it's these older people. When in reality, it's everyone our age. Ben Shapiro and all these other people, right? They're pushing this shit. Tim Pool, etc.
Yes.
Like these are the people who are pushing like fascist Nazi propaganda bullshit. But there's also the other people who are doing the pyramid shit on TikTok, etc. Those are people we went to high school with.
Absolutely.
Who are doing with.
Yeah,
and it's
wow.
like, my
It's
man,
us.
you don't know.
Right.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
And
Yeah,
to,
yeah,
to the thing of like, oh, interesting exercise. We went to Scholastic book fairs, and what did we pick up? We didn't get, what's it called, War and Peace. You know what I picked up?
lost.
Where the Loch Ness Monster is. How to find Bigfoot. Vampire books.
Now
that's what I
that's
scooped
where it
up.
gets into the anecdotal territory,
No.
where that's what you did.
No.
'Cause that is
Again,
not
you take
certainly
this
not
thing-
what I did.
No.
That is not by any stretch of the
No.
imagination what I did.
No. I did that. Why? Because I'm a representative of us. Would I not do this
That's
if I
unelected?
That's true.
Yeah, but you don't have to
I
be elected to
guess.
take power.
Yeah, no, exactly.
You should be. but-
It's better. It's better if you have been.
Sure,
Yeah.
but guess what? Then you're gonna look. If you vote and you know who your dissenters are, then you can get it going. But my point is, as someone who represents all for the moment,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna put the crown down once I'm done talking. I'm not gonna
Good.
keep holding on to it.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I don't want this power. All right, it feels too good. All right.
Now, let me ask you guys this. This is sort of, I would say, it's kind of my, what I would do, but mine is going to actually be a question, which is, do you think that there is a simple type of conspiracy theory that you could make people believe?
Yeah.
Like for instance, do you remember in
Yes.
Shaun of the Dead, there's like some line where they say that dogs can't look up. Like he's like, well, yeah, I always love that guy. He used to told me dogs can't look up, and then where I remember right when I heard it, I was like, wait, can they?
Right.
And it's like do you guys have one that I mean, yours will be the most complicated thing ever. That'll
No,
be
it
I
okay.
don't have one,
No, it
but
wouldn't.
I wonder what it would
I mean, maybe almost what it should be is going forward. We don't have to decide right now as we're recording, but going forward, let's all try and come up with one.
No,
and
we should
just
have
see
to come
about-
up with one right now. I
Okay.
feel like that's what it is. I think
Okay,
that's
great.
what it is.
Okay.
I think I'll go first because I'll do it because I know you guys want time to think about yours. But mine would be that
Seems like you're stalling to also.
Yeah, it
talk about
does.
Not-
It does. It does.
Not
That's
at all.
interesting. Not at all.
Not at all.
Not
A
even
little.
a little bit.
And you're welcome for the call out, which is also more stall time.
Thank you so much.
You're really patting it up.
I appreciate
You
that.
can thank me as well.
Of course.
And
I need
you know
more
what's funny?
time.
I still have not thought of one.
I actually have it in the chamber. I'm not.
great.
I'm not going
Then
to
do
release
it.
it right
Good.
now.
Then do it.
Okay, I will. But how can I do it on my time? Of
course.
Or do I have to do it whenever you want? How about a conspiracy theory where my friends are assholes? So this is mine. Okay, that tap water makes your bones shrink because there's too much fluoride and other chemical runoff that has caused our bone
Yes.
shrinkage through the tap water. That's why you can only drink Coca-Cola. You have to drink Coke.
You had me till the Coke.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
I'll tell you why.
Because it's,
Because there's so much chemicals in that it's going to center the whatever off
Different chemicals.
different chemicals is going to kill the chemicals that are making your bones smaller.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's mine. Mine is that the Will Smith slapping Chris Rock, that was actually just a filmed bit on Jimmy Fallon.
Interesting.
I could buy that.
I think I'll start saying that enough.
I could buy that.
That was
I
a
couldn't
bit.
believe that really happened.
I couldn't
Yeah.
believe it either. It was amazing. I never watch
Unbelievable.
award shows, and so
Now I do forever. 'cause I'm like,
Lauren
oh,
was watching it, and then when that happened, she was like, "You gotta come and watch this." And I was like, I don't care no matter
No.
what it is. And then it was
Right.
that, and I was like, oh wow, okay, that actually is really fucking insane.
It almost felt like watching an assassination or something.
Yeah,
Like in terms
yeah.
of just like cultural relevance of like things you can't
and the
do
feeling
on
of
film.
like, why is this happening?
It was so, dude.
Why
it was,
is this happening?
Oh man.
Because I guess that's what I mean. It's such a public event
Yeah.
that nobody would wait until the Oscars to punch someone in the face,
Yeah.
or to kill someone or whatever, unless they were making a statement. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it felt like, what is this like?
And it was about something so benign as a G.I. Jane joke. So then it also
I
makes
mean,
you
yeah,
feel
like
like,
a
so they must have like
90s
had a fight about, like, I was like, so did Jada just say something about being
don't
made
know.
fun of or something? Like, it felt so, it was brutal. It was
and
really
all on
brutal.
Fallon. I can't believe that.
Yeah,
That's really
yeah, I know. Can you imagine if that happened at the actual Oscars?
No.
That's wild. He's normally fairly tame.
Who?
Fallon.
Fallon, yeah. He normally
You're
just
right about
tousles
that.
president's hair.
Yeah.
Tulsa's president's hairs.
I'm sorry to say, that's how it's pronounced.
He normally tousles.
It's tousles.
President's
It is.
hairs.
I'm sorry
Now,
to say.
what is this accent? I like it.
He,
When
no,
Mike-
it's like a
Mike-
little
Mike
German,
says
little Austrian, but he's
tousled-
he's making fun of how he said
tousled-
tousled
Tousles president's hairs.
because he thinks it should be tussled, which is a different word.
No, I'm not having a tussle with you.
I agree.
Yes, that's what a tussle is when two guys are locking shoulders.
Yeah, like elk.
Yeah.
I think I could convince people that there is chemicals in the plane things,
Chemtrails.
chemtrails,
Yeah.
that is true.
That actually does seem like an easy one to convince people of.
I
Which
mean,
also,
you
by
can
the way,
see
is
it.
just, that's just a chemtrails is just whatever a fucking portmanteau of contrails and chemicals. And like most people would
What is contrails?
Contrails is literally just the lines that are produced behind the airplane. Like
Right.
those are just called contrails.
Right.
But it now that word, it's like more likely someone will know the word chemtrail than
Yeah.
contrail.
Oh,
and
100%.
chemtrail is just it's just what the time is.
I love it.
I think chemtrails are more fun to say than contrails. Who cares? It's just chemtrails. That's
better-
fun to
it's
say.
a better-
Contrails feels like a nice lit word, like a literary word to me. So I love that word. I've always liked that. But now I feel like you can't write it in something because of the association with chemtrails.
Well, and it's wrong because those trails are made of chemicals.
That's
It's
right.
all making us shorter.
Yeah, it's not conventions that are doing that.
yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, all the books here we got are, they're independent authors, so we're independent wholesalers as well, you know. So
Okay.
everything we got here, we distribute in house. So everyone here, actually, we kind of know everybody.
Whoa! This book looks amazing. Oh my God! It's handwritten on the inside. Did
Be
who
careful.
wrote this?
Be careful. It looks like a one of a kind.
Whoa,
Be careful.
Whoa! Who wrote this?
That's Arthur Burnman right there.
Arthur Burnman. He's the pyramids. The pyramids aren't real. There's no such thing as
Okay.
pyramids, and there's no such thing as.
And everything over here,
Hey,
you'll see,
we
we get-
booked you for this book fair.
yeah.
We booked you for the book fair, and we expected you to bring popular books. From
Oh my God!
These are
Oh my
galactic.
God! God
These
is
are
a
huge.
centaur. God is a centaur, Dad.
I mean, these are all the most popular books I got.
Oh my God!
Okay,
I mean, these are
okay.
flying off the shelves in my garage.
Okay. What do you
Whoa.
mean? Okay.
What's
son,
Amoeba
son,
Man? What's an Amoeba Man?
Son, there's
An
no
amoeba
such
man,
thing as
that's
an
one of the most
amoeba man.
horrific beasts out there. Let me tell you
Oh!
Oh,
that. Tiny,
son.
microscopic, lives
Dad,
inside
can we
your
please
skin.
get this book, please?
We can get this book
Yes!
if he tells us the
Yes!
truth about the
Yes!
book. Now, this is fiction, right? This is fictional. This is it's a children's
What's the
book.
difference between fiction and nonfiction?
Nothing at all.
Whoa! I'm gonna go read this in the car, Dad.
This is really disappointing, man. We booked
Tell
you.
me about it. You find out the Amoeba Man is real?
We booked you for today, and you're really letting us down. We were looking for a much bigger selection of books, and we were looking for much better printed books. We were looking for professional books.
You keep on saying books, and then you say you booked me. Looks like I brought them, eh?
You are an idiot, sir. You are an absolute-
sweetheart, how was the book fair today? You have a good time?
Are you kidding me? Those sons of bitches over there in that goddamn elitist liberal bullshit.
drove by and it looked like you were tearing it up in there. I saw kids running out there with big smiles on their faces.
Well, you know, they made me get the books back. Apparently, all those parents didn't want the kids to have them.
Are you fucking kidding my ass
I ain't
right
kidding.
now?
Mom, Dad, finished another one. This one's about smoke and how it's actually God.
Get in here, son. We are so goddamn proud of your ass.
3 geniuses. We are 3 geniuses.
God damn.
1 genius writer, 1 genius publisher, and 1 genius book salesman.
We're the most smart people in the goddamn world. Never
That's the best way to put it. We're the most smart people in the world.
I tell you what, when I was growing up and I was fantasizing about the life I was going to have and the type of man I was going to marry, never in my wildest dreams did I think that we would become a 3-unit production company putting out masterpiece literature on a global scale.
Me either. Me, when I was born to 2 geniuses, I thought there's no way I can live up to them. I'm probably going to have to play football or work in the mine.
But since that first word that came out your mouth, we knew that you was a writer.
God is a snake.
You make me so damn proud, and you still get me hard. And there ain't nothing.
I want to hear both of those things. I want to hear them both. Ain't no reason for secrets. That's an idea.
That's an
Let's talk about
That's
reason for
an
secrets.
idea. Okay, next up for our symposium, we have an individual who has been controversially brought up in different podcasts as well in different articles for their views on
controversially brought up on podcast.
Controversial podcast.
and we are excited to have them here. And I would ask that the audience please show respect and the same decorum that we've showed every other author. Please give a round of applause for Clint Flober.
Hey, ooh. What's up, nerds?
Clint, how are you?
Better than you.
All right.
I'm one of the smartest men in the world.
And can we first talk about when you realized that you
What
were
are you
smarter
doing?
than everyone? You weren't handling him.
I just said hello.
Well, you let him talk all over you.
Okay.
Feels like I'm kind of dealing with 2 bud tenders here. Let me smoke weed with one of you.
Go ahead then.
God is not a woman. God is not a man. God is a smoke snake demon, and that's proof.
So God is a demon? Is that
A smoke snake demon.
interesting? So there is no God.
No.
Seems like a little bit of a leap.
I'm just trying to get to the.
Well, why don't we say, is it a metaphor? Are you speaking metaphorically?
No, it's a vision. I had a vision one time in my room. Next question.
Okay, you really got to pick it up then.
Oh,
Okay.
I have to pick it up.
Yeah.
You asked that question. You said there is no God.
I don't know. He
That's
was
your takeaway. How did you first become inspired to write?
My daddy and my mommy said, we need it. We need a book by tomorrow.
And now we understand that your parents were recently killed in a lightning incident. Is that true?
Yeah, it was, we should have saw it coming. We went outside. It was raining like hell, lightning like hell.
Sure.
And we went outside with our biggest aluminum umbrellas.
Genius literature creators, genius people of the culture. We lost 2 of them too soon, but we have you here now. What is the next book?
Barely. See my hair?
No.
All singed.
Oh,
I was
see.
in the lightning.
You were struck as
my
well.
God.
Yeah.
And
it
that
hurt.
accounts for the voice and how it is now.
Huh? I'm
no?
from L.A.,
Oh, okay. No,
Louisiana.
I see. That makes more sense.
Where are you from? Never been outside before.
Oh.
Where are you from? Born indoors and stayed indoors.
I actually grew up in New Hampshire, which is
Gay.
considered a fairly outdoorsy place.
New Hampshire's gay.
Well,
Well, not the whole state. But
Well, they support it. Whole state supports it. They use the flag.
the American flag?
Yep.
Okay. Well, I
You
don't
know what
really
I feel
to
about
take.
that.
no, I feel that we've gone to the bottom of where we can go with
even-
this. So we were very grateful to have you on. We've loved we've loved that experience. And
You really gave your job over to him. You ain't done nothing since.
Yeah, okay. I guess I'm called out by both sides. A little pincer action here. Well, I just want to say thank you so much for being here, Clint.
Pincher.
Pincer.
Pincher bug.
What is
God.
it? Pincher bot is God.
Pincher bot is gone.
let's go ahead and turn it over to one of our sponsors for today, MeUndies.
Are you sick and tired of getting your undies crunched up in your urethra? Well, now there's an opportunity to get a new pair of undies that are just going to lay flat on your pee hole.
Oh, my urethra. It feels good.
You want to make sure that your underwear is able to be flat on there so that nothing pokes into the hole, and it's safe. That's why MeUndies.
God, this feels so good with nothing poking into your hole. Do you want to get laid? Hey, sweetie, let's get laid right now.
Let's both go ahead and get laid. Let's open our relationship up now that you're I feel like you're finally
sorry.
comfortable.
I was totally talking about with each other.
No, let's go out. Let's open it up. Let's open it up.
Well, yeah, my urethra's wide open.
What's going on? What the hell's going on?
MeUndies.
Yeah.
Scene, good. Yeah,
I
yeah.
really like MeUndies, just in terms of it being a punchline thing, because it's sort of it's almost such an intentionally insane name that it sort of works both as punchline and as whatever the opposite of a punchline is.
Why? Because it's so weird, right? If they're going the route they went, it should be like my undies. Why is it MeUndies?
Yeah.
It's MeUndies.
Yeah,
Is it like Irish or
it's really
what
a
accent
choice.
was that?
It's an unbelievable choice.
Are they successful as a business? I don't know if they're making money.
Well,
podcasts.
that's like the question that we have to ask of all sponsors for podcast things. Are they the places that are sending beds and mattresses or mattresses in boxes?
Casper?
Is that working? But now it's like a million of them. Nectar.
Well, Casper has a brick and mortar now. You can actually go into a Casper.
I like when places that start off as digitals and pixies becomes brick and mortar.
Yeah, well, you take something fantastic and tiny, and then you make it into stone and cement. That's what that's about.
Right.
It's about taking the fantastical and making it real.
Because you've done some mason work, right?
Oh yeah, my God.
Yeah.
No, I actually feel like that's a great segue to get into our last topic of the day. So you're taking you take things fantastical, out of the real, and we're talking about early explorers, and I feel like that's what they were doing the entire time. Imagine walking through a jungle, but you've never seen TikTok,
Right.
Wow.
and so you have no frame of reference for how the world works.
Wow, yeah.
You're just like some person who
Yes.
learned how to till the soil and
So
grow
important.
stuff and kill animals, and then
you have
take
to
stuff
imagine
from-
the new reality.
Yeah,
You have to go
exactly.
like, wait, a plant grew here. What if we did this on purpose?
Yes.
Oh, so you're thinking of different things. You're thinking of like tilling and like actually.
Well, I'm thinking of
Agricultural-
creating a new reality that isn't quite there yet. A new society, a new way to
Gotcha,
live,
gotcha.
maybe a new place you've not been.
Okay. I
Don't you
got
feel like a fast track for coming up with like new deities and new things that are scary would be to be an explorer? You're just like out in unexplored wilderness. I'm gonna do some of my best coming up with gods and things to be scared of during that time.
Totally.
That's legit.
Definitely coming up with some devils.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's
Tiger almost ate me. That's the devil.
Yeah.
Yes, like it's the people that are going to the edge of the known territory and then beyond, or that come back with a story. That's what's shaking everything. up.
Imagine
Right.
being the first person to see an anaconda.
You die.
Well, that guy passes, but the guy who
Yeah.
sees that guy get eaten.
That's insane.
Could you imagine seeing one in real life? What if there was an anaconda like in Glendale this week?
I mean, it would be.
It would I would like get in my car and drive like 30 miles away and
Yeah,
just to be
yeah.
like, and be on the news until I heard that they found him. No way I'm going back to
Late
Glendale with an
90s,
anaconda.
early 2000s, reptiles were like a boom. of
Oh,
a
and
pet
you grew up in Florida too, so you're getting
Right.
real
And
reptiles.
people would.
Hey, you turned out great, by the way.
Thank you so much.
No worries, yeah.
Yeah, when you consider that he grew up in Florida,
I grew up in Miami. I grew up in
yeah,
Miami.
right.
It's a difference.
They say
which
it's
is the
different.
Florida
There's a
of
difference.
Florida.
There's a difference. So people would have these pet pythons get too big, obviously, and then release them in the Everglades. They are an invasive species, have no known.
They're an evasive species.
You can't grab them.
And they made it sound like cheese because it's slippery.
They're speedy cheese.
Can't grab them.
Okay,
You can't grab them. They
Species.
have no predators in the wild.
Did you ever see the movie Species
Can
2?
I finish what I'm saying?
Because Species 1 was definitely scary.
I talk on your mic. You talk on mine.
Okay, for how long?
So-
it's all wrong.
It's just smoke rising from the recorder.
So I'm sorry, Joe. Where are we?
I don't even know if I want to just like keep.
No, Species.
So these pythons are in the wild, no
Yes,
known
yes,
predators.
yes.
they are growing huge because alligators aren't even eating them.
How big do these guys get? Are these anaconda-esque, or they're smaller than an
No,
anaconda?
these things are getting like 20, 30 feet long.
But they don't have like the same girth as an anaconda, but they're
Right.
huge.
And they find them with their stomachs exploded because they're trying to digest an alligator.
Right.
And the alligators
Insane.
are like
They're
clawing.
eating too well.
Insane.
Like they're
They have
like one of the
nothing-
things
Right.
that's killing them off is they're getting too big of meals.
Right.
It's so that your thought of like, oh, that'd be crazy. I'm like, yeah, it's fucking happening. Like,
Yeah.
if
Yeah,
there was
right.
temperate climate for the species to exist here, they would be. Some asshole would have an anaconda, some guy in Bel Air, and saying, "Fuck it, throw it out there." And then all the space that those giant houses have, you'd lose that thing, man. An anaconda in Bel Air,
It's so scary.
it'd just run tear.
Yeah. It's
Doesn't it
definitely
feel
a
like-
line of thinking.
And it feels like one of those animals, the anaconda, that is very related to like devil or evil.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the snake or the reptile feels like a classic archetype.
They're
for
so
evil.
it makes you feel kind of sick. Like
Yeah.
it kind of makes me feel dizzy. Like even in a zoo when I go like I feel kind of like I want to pass out right now.
right.
They're
You're looking at
the cult of snake, or like the belief in snakes as like deities, goes far earlier than anything else we have.
yeah,
Like,
because you're a religious studies guy.
love it. So
Yeah.
like it's also like a masculine and feminine iconography where like the snake eating his own tail. There's something very like it holds
Circle
both
life
genders
type
and
of thing,
everything.
yeah.
Where,
Oh.
Which I don't know the Latin, but I know it used to say tail : yummy yummy yum in my tummy.
yummy
I'm-
yum in my tum tum.
Yeah, right. Was one of the earliest inscriptions that they
Yeah,
saw
yes,
on the
yes.
snake eating.
And you used to
itself.
draw this, but it was a snake sort of shitting into its own mouth all the time.
Yeah,
Just
I would
sort of
actually
doing
give it a human butt.
single centipede.
Yeah, I'd give it a nice like chunky ass, and I'd have it
That's
like
hot,
do a
actually.
little dumpy in its own
Kind of
mouth.
looks like a big fat dick with a butt.
Yeah, it was actually
hot,
just a
dude.
butt.
Honestly, if I could, just the dick and the butt is in one piece is all I need.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you can actually get that silicone mold anywhere. Anywhere you get it at Ralph's.
Ralph's. Ralph's is getting awesome.
Yeah, yeah,
Ralph's
yeah.
Their new section is great.
Well, because they're
pretty
doing a
wild.
new thing where it's, you know, how some places they would say like participation may vary among like different McDonald's or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Ralph's has no one can participate in the same ones. Everyone has to be participating in totally different thematic
and they
things.
have to hire a guy whose job
Yeah.
it is.
And,
Yeah,
and so that person just has to figure it out. And if they find out one place does it, then they're like, oh, we can't carry anacondas anymore. But we can carry pythons.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's kind of an interesting cesspool of mathematical imagination for what
Well,
they
that's
can
corporate
carry.
America. That's just
Yeah,
corporate America
sorry.
saying like we're doing our own thing.
What's the biggest python you ever saw besides this one?
Oh, shit.
God damn! It'd have to be in an enclosure, like one I saw like at a zoo.
The one
Awesome
real answer.
answer.
The one real
Awesome
answer you can get
answer.
the entire
I
time.
said biggest.
Yes, I'm telling you right now, the biggest one I've seen is in an enclosure. I didn't go into the fucking
How
wild.
big is it? Not what house did it have?
yeah.
It was like
wow.
Jesus Christ! It's good to know the context of where I'm seeing this.
No, but you said it like it was the final answer. You can't act like he's mad, like that he's wrong.
You
and be
both
mad.
are upset that I said in an enclosure.
we're
That's
both-
why you're upset.
No, we're both
you're
up-
upset because I said in an enclosure because
Yeah.
I didn't say like in a fantastic.
But
But
doesn't
did you
mean
hear the
anything.
question?
yes,
A 1
yes, the
inch
biggest
long
one-
python could be in an enclosure.
I believe it completely makes sense to that. My answer makes sense because of how we started with the individuals
Your
going out
answer
into the
makes
wild.
sense. It just doesn't answer my question.
It does. You didn't let me get to it. You got upset at me when I said enclosure. You shut me down.
Don't look
Why
to
don't you let
me like
get to
I
the
agree
goddamn
just because
number?
you're yelling.
Oh,
I don't agree just because you're yelling.
You don't have to, but you got to be scared.
Yeah,
okay?
the way you're looking at me implied that I agree.
Okay, the
Okay,
biggest
now
one I
here's-
saw in the wild was 500 fucking feet. Okay, and yeah, you know what?
I believe it.
Joey's checked
No,
out
I
now.
believe
it.
We're back
I
now.
believe it.
And guess what? It had an ass and it had a hog on itself too. Okay, big dongle, Prince
I love
Albert
it.
piercing.
I
Christ.
love it.
Yeah, man.
I love
And
it.
I saw it drive in there, and it had like one of those like custom fucking Broncos. You know what I'm saying? Old school, mudding
Mike's
around. Dope ass Jordans on it, had like cool fucking legs and feet.
Hell yes.
So it wasn't a snake then, man. Then it wasn't a snake.
Well, that's what he went by.
He went by since his name was Snake. It was
Yeah,
a
he
guy.
He was talking about the guy.
It
who
was a
used to
tall
date your
man and his
mom
name
named
was Snake.
His name was Snake.
And I called him
Oh, and
Uncle
you used to go
Snake.
visit him in jail, so that was the enclosure.
He was huge. He was huge.
How tall was your uncle? He
I'll
was
tell you
super
what.
tall. He lived in a prison.
You are amazing at telling stories,
Thank you,
man.
dude.
I always think they're wrong, but I just don't see how good they are.
yeah.
I'm so
Thank you.
wrong.
I would like the style of storytelling Joey does. The story itself is the pizza sauce that's on a pizza as a guy is wildly spinning the pizza and the sauce is just going everywhere.
Yeah,
and then at
that's
some
true.
point you kind of go like, well, it was all once together.
Yeah.
So it makes sense.
I hear that, and like some people don't want an interactive experience.
Right.
I get that.
I like
I'm
it.
aware of that.
I like
And what do you do for those people? Like, because I don't want that. You know, I really don't want that. And I really don't care for that.
Then why do
style
you keep
of
on
story.
coming to the shop?
I
You keep on ordering pie, bud.
No, you
Right.
keep opening the shop in my kitchen. No matter where I move, I wake up one morning, I hear a crash, a bunch of glasses break. I hear a bunch of pots and pans get thrown out the window.
It's authentic.
I go down there.
Authentic Italian.
You're covered in pizza dough. You're bleeding. And you're like, I'm whipping up another pie.
I gotta open my shop at 3 a.m. every morning to make sure that the dough is risen and everything is.
Why
made
does
to
that have to be in my
standard.
home?
That's like a classic baker. That's not what pizza guys do.
No, exactly. It's not
Pizza
the same
guys
at
don't
all.
make their own dough.
They don't make bread
It doesn't
for
take the
hours.
same amount of time.
What? Right?
What? Pizza guys make their own dough at 3 a.m. and they close up.
Oh, really?
Pizza guys make their own dough at 3 a.m.
One thing that's required, if the more concentrated time you spend with him, the more you got to go like, well, I just have to derisively repeat back what he said. Oh, I just got to mockingly express incredulity. Even the way you grabbed his knee earlier, it's like you do hit a point where you go like, I gotta physically molest him right now just to make it change, a little bit.
It's not gonna.
What?
It's not gonna.
Right?
You're terraforming.
What? Speaking of, that's what
Nice.
explorers are doing.
Yeah,
They're terraforming. They're thinking of new realities.
that's
They're going into
that's
new
scary forming.
I don't think they're terraforming as explorers.
What do you think terraforming is?
I think terraforming is making an area habitable for you. Like you're just creating.
Okay, well, I didn't know what that was then.
I think when people are going like Lewis and Clark, they're just going out there because they're like, I just got to get the hell out of the house. But when they're walking
Yeah.
around and they're just like,
Husbands usually.
you know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah.
right.
They're like, if I hear one more thing about her club,
I can't stand my wife's interests.
Dude, guys back in the day were
I'm
toxic.
gonna go to the jungle.
Is it me or explorers toxic as hell? But when they're going out there and they're just mapping places, like you don't know what you're going to experience and find.
Right.
You have a death wish.
Yeah.
Because you're walking out into the unknown saying like, if I come back, I'm going to find like, oh, I hope I find riches.
Or do you have a life wish? Do you
Whoa.
wish to actually
Whoa.
live
Whoa.
and staying in the same place and staying static is truly
You know,
bad.
this is making me realize that
Emotion
back
in
in the
life.
day, you would be a guy selling Ponzi schemes to travelers on
I'm
the road.
still
I'd
trying.
buy it, dude.
Yeah,
I'm
I would
still
buy that
trying.
as well.
I'd
Thank
buy
you.
it.
Thank
I have
you
a
so much.
life wish. That's what you say.
You have
Sir,
a
do you
life
have a
wish?
death wish
Uh-huh.
or do you have a life
You
wish?
look really comfortable over there. Are you actually as bored as hell?
Yeah, I am as bored as hell.
Good. I knew it. I knew it. You look awful. Come to the jungle, and you pay me $1,000, and I take you there, and then I leave. New life. For you.
Here's what I would do as an early explorer
Do you think
is
they're
I would have some sort of cheat code.
Yeah.
Love a good cheat code that, like, for instance, I think in Red Dead it's the fog of war, or maybe that was in like fucking Age of Empires.
Age of Empires.
Yeah, where you type that one in and then it reveals the whole
map,
map.
yeah.
I wouldn't do any travel if I didn't already have a foot for foot map.
That's great. So this is what I would do.
Thank you.
For exploring and all that stuff. What I would do is like the known world has been explored. We already got that, right? Obviously there's jungles and like underwater we don't know. But I don't want to do that because I don't like getting sweaty and I also like don't like going to the place with a lot of bugs.
Right.
What I would say is I'm going to remap New York. I'm going to remap a restaurant I really like.
There's probably like 200,000 maps of New York.
Yeah, but not the new
Not
one that
the
I'm
new
doing.
one, right.
That's
No,
what I'm
because his new one's gonna
This is gonna be new
It's
New
gonna be
York.
highly personal,
New
highly
New York.
personal.
Exactly.
Highly personal.
And
New
it's going to
York.
be just all about how it's all stuff that is for him and how he owns that neighborhood and how this one's about
how
him.
would this map be new for you?
Well, I would enter every neighborhood, every building as if it's like the first time anyone has ever seen it, no matter if people are working there or like how long that business has been
Right,
going
it's
on.
been established, whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
So
whatever
sort
its
of
history is,
colonizing,
however
yeah.
rich.
And then I would claim it's my own
Yeah.
and say it is mine,
kinda what I'm
etc.
saying.
And then like I would just go throughout the entire city, the state, and or like
But so everything stays where it is, and maybe a lot of it has the same names, but now you
I'm
own
not
it.
gonna. Well, I wouldn't. I can't change that. You know what I mean? Just because it'd be so much work to do every single
You
unit.
sound more just like a business person.
Yeah, like you're just
Than an
kind of
explorer.
acquiring it's real estate.
Yeah, but it's more than that because it's IP.
It's
Intellectual
impenetrable real
property.
estate.
Yeah, yeah. It's all of that. So I'm just saying, like, because I gotta grab all that, and then I gotta make the map, but I wouldn't have to make it anymore because it's all virtual.
Because now they can use the old maps as well, and then you
Yes.
just say, but then I own that.
Because
Right.
because the old maps are how I get around.
Yeah,
That's
because
actually really
you
smart.
you can't trust the new maps
No,
because
what
you
the
know
hell
the
are
guy
they?
who made it, so you're like he doesn't know.
That guy does not return calls. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna deal
yeah.
with that shit. And it's also I gave him a lot of artistic license to just kind of like, hey, based on what I'm telling you, just kind of feel it out. And the things that he sent me are just like half-assed and like really unimagined. I don't want to like take that, but the maps that do exist, like have you been on Google Maps or Apple Maps?
I love those.
So fucking
I love
accurate.
Apple
Yes.
Maps.
They're so accurate.
Not
Apple
enough
Maps
people
is
have the
helpful.
courage to talk about how much they love those.
They're
maps.
great. They're
Yeah,
great. Save
yeah.
my data, And so I'm using that to go around and navigate.
Smart.
But at the same time, every time I go in there, I know this is I'm going to a CVS. That's what it's called. When I go in there, what I call it is store with stuff. So that's like a new name I came up with. For it.
But that would
Is that
be
what
on,
you call
on the
all
map that
stores?
everyone else is using, but not the one you use, because you still use the old map that would
Well,
say
I need
CVS.
to use that because
So
I
you're
don't
not
know.
so much adding new information; you're just sort of deleting information.
No, I'm adding information.
It's just less specific because CVS is the
What
type
is
of store
CVS?
that we all know.
Well, if I say CVS, what do you think?
Counter versus store,
Is that what that means?
I think.
Yeah.
Oh, well, but my thing is store with stuff. You know exactly what it is. It's
It
CVS.
rhymes.
Right.
Yeah, no, that's good.
And you're
Not
certainly not
rhymes,
going to
but-
think grocery store or something with that.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Or even
guess-
IKEA.
Oh, that's
Or honestly,
great.
any store that sells anything.
Any store with stuff.
Yeah, because if it
Yeah.
has stuff in it, then you're going to go, oh, wait, but then no, this
Right.
is a totally independent place.
So
Well,
like
that's
the whole thing with maps is that each thing has to be incredibly specific, or else nobody knows how to get anywhere because it all looks the same. So if there's every store is store with stuff, everybody's gonna type in store and they go, oh, 10,000 results.
How much time have you
none of
spent on
them-
this idea?
Tell me it's new. Tell me it's brand new.
No, it's hours. Hours. 3 to 4.
Oh, okay, that's not that bad.
For me, it's a lot.
Yeah.
I got to tell you guys, I'm so happy to have you in town. Like, it feels, it just feels really cool to have my college buddies in town. And, like, I want to show you guys around.
Brad, it is good as hell to be here, dude.
You guys are going to freaking love this shit.
Hell yes.
Okay, so
Hell
can I
yes.
give you a quick tour of the place?
Yeah.
Do you want my home first, or do you want to just walk around the neighborhood?
Let's just go through the home and then I guess the back door.
Yeah.
and
All
then-
right. So this is one of the rooms in my house. Yeah.
Hell yes,
And
dude.
then so over here, this is one of the other rooms in my house.
Uh-huh.
And then here, follow me. Let's go. This door's locked. Let me just. Yeah. All right. So then this is one of the rooms in my
What's
house.
up with that locked door?
That door. No, don't even worry about it. That's just one of the rooms in my house.
You know what's happening in there?
No.
Someone's doing a stinker.
what?
Guaranteed.
No one's doing a stinker in there. No, I actually go to the
Guaranteed.
public library when I got to do a stinker. I got to think
Instead
about
of
it.
your home?
Huh? Yeah, I don't like going in my home. I like to go in public. But here, wait, let's go. Let's walk downstairs.
Can I say
miss.
something?
Yeah.
All these rooms were different. Why didn't you say kitchen, living room, bedroom?
No, it's just because it's like how it's more helpful if you just know that like it's a room in my house, because then you don't have to be bogged down by what
Right.
it wants from you.
You don't have to have a second thought. You can think of one
just a
thought
room.
at a time.
It's just in your room. Yeah, exactly. It's
totally.
easier if you understand.
Glenn, he's in recovery.
It's
Right.
Let's just.
Okay.
so now if you guys go with me here, so
Hey, wait,
then this,
hang on.
yeah.
Recovery from what?
He got like hip surgery. He's in recovery.
So he's emotionally sort of addicted to the
That's interesting.
hip pain.
Yeah.
So you
right,
guys
all right.
want to go into this shop? I
wanna
love
do
this
it.
place.
Yes, yes, yes.
So I was coming here when I want to get anything, and then
Get out!
All right, let's get out of here.
You always come in here?
But I don't go back to that one anymore because the guy who runs, he's a dick. But I love this place. I come here when I want to get stuff. Like I'll get like
This is a Starbucks.
this, yeah, in the cup. You can get any of the stuff in the cup here.
Cup.
I like yeah.
Help you boys? Can I
Yeah,
get you something?
I got my friends in from college.
Hey, how are ya?
I'm trying to
Hey.
show them around the neighborhood, so I thought I'd take them to one of my favorite places. Can I get the?
What?
Can I have the?
You're just kind of shaking your hand in front
Yeah,
of me?
but you know what I mean. Like that's
Dina, he wants a tall drip, extra cream.
Okay, well, he can say
Extra,
that.
extra cream.
If I
You
could
can
just
say
get
that.
the
no,
the
but
thingy.
he's one of our difficult.
That's just what
Yeah,
I.
he is fucking difficult.
Okay.
And you know
go
what?
ahead.
I'm sick and
Go ahead,
tired of it today. We unionized.
Dina, come on. That's not
Oh
why
my
we're unionizing.
God.
Today,
Let's
we
get out of here. Let's get out of here.
Dina,
Let's
we
get out
are
of here.
not unionizing to be a bitch, please.
We're unionizing because I'm sick and tired of it.
Are we unionizing?
We are.
Today's the day.
Today is the day.
I am so in. Our tips aren't enough. Our hourly's not enough, and we deserve more coffee.
Here we are live at the Philadelphia's smallest Starbucks, and we're here to talk. Get off of me! Get off of me! Get off of me! Don't say that. This is my first time on air.
Yeah,
This
Starbucks.
is we're live.
Ass is live.
Come on. Okay, what about the
Cowboys.
Okay,
Go Eagles,
what about
baby.
this guy right here? You, sir, how long have you been here?
I've been here for a long time.
And we understand that there's some sort of unionizing thing.
We're here to unionize over
Oh,
here.
you seem like you know what's going on. What are we-
Yes, hi.
Hi.
We are unionizing at the Starbucks because we are tired of difficult customers. We're tired of being treated like shit instead of being treated amazingly right away.
And how do you feel it's going to go? Do you
I'm sorry, Bianca. I know this is your first on-air live reporting, but we have breaking
we have
news.
Mark Weathers is down
We have
here. We have
breaking
Mark
news.
Weathers down here.
Breaking news
Fuck.
here. It's reported that a 600-foot anaconda is loose on the streets of Philadelphia.
Residents are urged to stay indoors, and if there are any large body of waters, to make sure to not go inside. What the hell? There's a car going on.
There's an anaconda in a Hummer. We have an anaconda in a Hummer. It just pulled up.
You're not taking this from me. You're not taking this from me.
You took it from me.
Yeah, because this is breaking news.
Oh my God.
Fuck the news.
Why to me? Say it to him.
I need someone to talk about treating me good at Starbucks.
There is a 500-foot tall anaconda behind you that just pulled
This
up
is
in a
my
Hummer.
story.
Oh my
I'm
God,
talking-
he is
the panicker.
tall. That is a tall snake.
Hey, buddy, I think we're just gonna head out. I mean, I appreciate you inviting us to your home, but this is a lot of
Yeah, this
chaos.
got
and
crazy.
stuff.
Yeah,
I
this
didn't know
is just
Philly
another
was so
day.
wild.
It's another day in the neighborhood.
Yeah, Philly is nuts.
Yeah.
Hey, good luck with the. If you ever need to call us, or if you ever need a friend, you got.
I'm all
us.
good. I'm all
You
good.
got us. We know you're in recovery, so
Yeah, just from a hip surgery.
yeah, we know how tough that could be. I hope you have a community.
I have a community. Wait, are you guys worried about me?
I mean, we're the normal amount of worried.
Yeah, I
Normal
mean, I
amount
just
of
had
worried.
hip surgery. It's what? It's about me not using specific names or some shit in my house. You guys are gonna be like my parents now and have a whole issue with the fact that I'd said every room is just a room.
It's just like really weird, right?
It is strange.
He's being weird.
Yeah, because I think it's a little bit weird that you guys always have to have your little sidebars. It's been like that since you guys were little roommates in your little dorm room, and then it was always I have to leave at the end of the night, and then the buddies are gonna have their private combo without
You
me.
had to leave at the end of the night because you kept on jerking off in our goddamn apartment.
because that's what you do in dorms.
Those talks were important.
That's what you do in dorms. It's about the freedom to jerk off, no longer in your parents'
But you
house.
do it secretly. You don't stand in the middle of the room with the lights on, no pants on.
Oh, okay. 11 years later, you guys tell me.
We told you then too.
Well,
I told you,
not
please
loud
stop.
enough.
I can't close my eyes tight enough. Please. You know I had that
I
eye
thought
thing.
that was a kink.
You know I had that eye. No.
I thought it was some
No.
kind of kink. I don't know.
Oh
I can't
my
close
God.
the way you say I can't close them tight enough. That's
Come
what you always say.
Jesus Christ, man.
Well, I'm
This
glad
is
we're
really-
finally having the conversation. Normally, it'd all be in a little sidebar over there, and I'm left over here to have to jerk off secretly.
I don't want to be friends with you guys anymore.
Me? You're dumping him too?
I just can't do this. It's
I
not
actually
good for
feel
my life.
that's a clean break. That's a clean break.
It's not good
Oh,
for
I'm
my
also
life.
done with y'all too.
I'm obviously
Well, yeah, but
done.
it's
I was already
too
an
late
outsider.
because I'm
no,
not
he
here
made the
to
real
talk
Just because you
about
said it doesn't mean I can't say it as
I
well.
He
can't
made the real
hear you.
decision.
I
You
can't
can definitely hear me. I'm following you. You can hear
Anyways,
me.
you guys, it was awesome to have you in this room in my house.
We're outdoors.
You own the park.
Yes.
You own this park.
Yes. If this is the last time I'm going to see you, yes, I own this
I know
park.
you,
You know
don't
what?
own Freedom Park.
I can't do this anymore. I can't do this anymore. I'm leaving.
Neither can I. I'm leaving too.
I'm already gone.
All right,
That's what
bye,
I'm
guys.
saying.
Catch you later.
All right, brother.
All right, damn.
God, no, but I can't.
I'm just walking to the airport.
Okay, well, me too. I
I'm
don't
going
wanna
there as well.
Take the train. You can afford it. I can't afford
Oh,
it.
my God.
I have to walk.
You can get a job. You don't have to be on
it
unemployment.
must be nice.
It is nice. Just get a job anywhere.
How?
Just apply to it. You can work at my firm.
I can't like people.
What? What do you mean you can't like
It's
people?
something about the way I am. I can't be nice to anyone or get along with anyone.
What do you mean? You were nice to me, right?
I hate you. What
the
I'm
hell?
done. I'm done. Oh,
You boys need a ride to the airport?
the anaconda.
Oh my god.
Hop in.
Whoa. Hey, you're not going to surround us, choke us, and smother us and eat us, are you?
No promises.
Worth the try.
I'm my own species.
Hey, let's get out.
Let's do it.
See, I'm my own species.
An evasive species.
Yes. Well, guys, you know what I would do? I would listen to You Know What I Would Do any day of the week. And I would also listen to ManDog Pod.
I love
what I would
ManDog
do.
Pod so much.
Thank
That's
you
what I
guys
would
so
do.
much. I love you guys.
I literally
Love you.
won't do anything that anyone asks me to do, but when you asked me to do this, I was like, all right, fuck it. I'll
Yeah.
make an exception.
This
Yeah.
is really fun.
yeah.
That was great.
So if you are listening to this, you're hearing this either on the ManDog Pod feed or on the
You know what I would do?
You Know What I Would Do
Pod feed.
So if
Isn't
you like
it an
one,
amazing
listen to
thing
the other.
to live in this future where everything is so close to gibberish? You know what I would do? Pod feed. And we're all just saying
I don't know
it.
what you're talking about. ManDog podcast feed is normal.
Yeah.
Well, folks, listen at home. We love you. Thanks for listening. Keep on supporting. Check us out on Patreon, patreon.com/You're the Man Now Dog. Check out Big Grande website. We got some new shit up there, and I do mean shit. Is there anything else you guys would like to plug or
When
share?
is this coming out?
Friday for me.
Joey's got a show on Friday.
I do. I got
Teeny tiny.
9:30 p.m. at the Lyric Hyperion in Silver Lake. Come check out my solo comedy show. It's such a fun time. You're gonna love it.
Guys, you know he's funny. You know he's huge. Now come see him get little.
And now my thing is that here's what my plug is. I want you guys to reach out to whoever, state comptroller, city commissioner, whatever it is, and say that you want to see me play Keith Raniere in a yet to be written movie about Nixium, where I am in slightly older face playing Keith Raniere. That's
and
my plug.
I would love to be your volleyball coach.
If you don't mind. Yeah, because I don't know the mechanics, but I need to seem like I really do.
We're writing in a volleyball coach.
Yeah.
I'm him.
Yeah.
And spoiler alert, he looks and dresses exactly like Keith.
Honestly, if I had my druthers and I could make the perfect movie, everyone would dress exactly like Keith at volleyball practice.
Headband thing, tight little hair.
And I'd love to be like Dog the Bounty Hunter in that movie, chasing after you for like your crime.
Because honestly, in a certain
That would
way,
work.
Dog the Bounty Hunter kind of does dress like Keith Raniere.
In a very certain way.
Yeah,
got
he's
the
like
glasses.
cyberpunk version of Keith Raniere.
I never thought of him as cyberpunk, or like steampunk.
In comparison,
Yeah.
to Keith Raniere, he's cyberpunk for sure.
1,000%.
Genius.
Yeah.
Well, check those things out, folks, and goodbye.
Goodbye.